Hello and welcome to my 2022 Sanders Lake Frozen Chosin match video. I am mauserdude. It started off pretty cold at the range for this match. You can see the ice on the lake right there. Not quite as cold as it was in Korea, but here's my setup for the match. I was shooting my M1 Garand, and this is what the shooting positions look like. We were allowed 10 sighters to kind of get everything dialed in. That was my first target, and here's the first string. It was 10 rounds prone slow fire. I have the match video sped up quite a bit just so you don't have to watch me kind of pulling my trigger 10 times real slow and checking shot balls and stuff. It was pretty interesting. I had just done Appleseed a couple months ago, so I kind of felt pretty prepared for this, and it did okay. I know how to use a sling now and get everything set. It's just shooting full power rounds for score is different. And this is my first time using my Garand at a match. I've had it for 3-4 years, and this is the first time I've actually taken it out to a match. I probably have less than 100 rounds through it, and it's been pretty good. It's very interesting shooting. It's an excellent sighting system, and it's pretty comfortable to shoot. I would say that, and my FAL are both pretty comfy for full power rifle rounds to shoot. And you can see I'm blazing away here. The match was pretty popular. We actually had to run, Mark had to run two sets of shooters, so it took twice as long. I think they ended up having 12 or 15 runs. So it was pretty good. It was nice having the full rifle range and everybody blazing away. And as you go through here, my first string here, the prone slow fire, I ended up scoring an 84, which is significantly better than I did with my FAL. And it wasn't too bad. You'll see my target in a second. This was the best run of the day for me, because it's also the most stable shooting position, so it should be the best. And I actually got about half the shots in the black, which is pretty good for me, and you'll see it come up in a second. And which is pretty good for me. I'm not the world's best rifle shot at this point. And then next string was 10 rounds rapid fire. You had 70 seconds to shoot 10 rounds, and you'll see my comedy of errors to start with here. Now this is sped up again. I put a 2-round clip in and didn't pull a round in, so I had to rack the round in again. And then I put my 8-round end block clip in, and it pops right out. So that's just brilliant. And that's kind of distracting when you're trying to shoot for accuracy under the time clock. So here I just whatever they call the rifleman's cadence, every empty breath I ended up pulling the trigger when the sights felt as best as I could. So the second stage I did a little worse, but still okay. Ended up they seemed to pull high into the right. Mark said that was pretty common under duress firing. And then the last string of the day was 10 rounds offhand. You couldn't use a sling standing. I just threw a couple shots in here because it's about 6 minutes of me trying to keep my hands warm and hold a 9-pound rifle up and shoot. So it was not super exciting to watch, especially from essentially looking at my nose at the match there. But it was this one I did a little worse. Still, I pulled a lot of them high into the right, as you can see, and got 3 or 4 in the black, which is pretty good for me. And there you can see my final score sheet: 84, 81, 76, and that was enough to put me in 4th, but only by a tiebreaker. I did a little better than the guy with the SVT. As always, thanks to Mary Lee, Gus, and Sprinkles for all their support. I couldn't do it without them. And also thanks to Mark for running the match. It was a lot of fun, and I will be back next year. Thanks.